Okay, so this time we're looking at the texture for the sweater only. So what we need to do is we need to colorize it first. So I'm going to switch my material to skin shader for just kicks. I actually probably could choose something more appropriate for a sweater. It's like, we'll just do basic material. And all these materials can be adjusted from the materials menu. There's an enormous amount of modifiers that you can adjust, all kinds of stuff about them. And a lot of these, all these little graphs expand, and yeah, there's a lot of information. So I just changed the material type, and if I don't have a color, if I don't have it colorized, which it is right now, then the color changes. Anyway, we went over that. I'm going to leave it colorized. And I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Okay, now if I go to the projection master, I'm going to do the color only. And click drop now. Dropped. Okay, so first thing you should notice is in your tools menu it's changed. What you're working on now is a transparency laying over the top of this object. And these are your tools that you have to work with. This section down here, this 2.5D brushes, are your tools you get to work with to paint in here. So you still have your color selector. You can expand this side. We'll close that section. We'll bring our color picker over. And we'll come into here. And now I can, let's say I wanted her sweater to be all red. Then I could just color it all red. But you can see how it actually colors out here too. So anywhere you overlap, it's just not going to affect the mesh. Like anywhere you go outside of it, it just won't affect it. It's kind of pointless coloring, I guess. But that would be kind of nice for the purposes of your color picker and that sort of stuff. Like if you wanted to mix a swatch, yeah, you can make your own palette out here. The problem with it is that it would go away as soon as we undo this projection and tell it to project onto the surface. So you got all kinds of tools in here. Yeah, so you get, yeah, I mean, they are what they are. So just pick your color and color away. So I'm just going to go over the top of it all real quick. And you can use your pen, stylus. Okay, so you can see how we're getting this overlapping effect. Well, that's because my RGB intensity is not at 100%. So now if I were to color it, it would actually replace whatever was already there. Yeah, that's like your opacity. We'll do this. Okay. And then, click yeah, bristle mode. Not familiar with that. Let's see, directional brush, so that actually can change direction with what you're moving. Let's just put a little smiley face on her breast there. Let's see. Why is it not doing it? Single layer brush. I have to do a little research. Intensity. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I selected this one anyway. So you can see how it looks a little bit three-dimensional. It actually is going to be after you project it, but for now it's not. So if you wanted to like fake some three-dimensional stuff on there, or actually put three-dimensional stuff on there, then it would pick up on that, assuming you had told it to right here. Oh yeah, if you bigger stuff up, you can just click reset, and then it'll clear out the canvas and you'll start over. Anyway, so let's say this is what I wanted. You can use your stencils and whatever you want while you're in. I believe you can use stencils while you're in here. Maybe not. Texturing. Oh, so you can load the spotlight. Let's see. Textures. How do you turn that on? Spotlights. Well, there's obviously a few things I don't know about very well. Load spotlight. Picker. Color pickers right here. Source materials. Well, anyway, I don't think you need to watch me just dig through here. Yeah, that's a little more tricky. But so in the end, all you have to do is click pick up, and now it picked that up, that texture up. Yeah, which I didn't really want it to be 3D, but anyway, so it picked that up and it faded it out, and you can see that there's a gradient on a single face, and so it's doing a lot more than poly painting it would do. So I think if we were to do this, texture, yeah. See what happens if we do that. Maybe I needed to do that first, actually. I'll re-record this if it gets too messed up. Paint that's on, polypaint from texture. So let's try it again. See what happens this time. Red. Wrong brush. No, single layer brush for some reason. Not. Huh. It's kind of odd. I don't think that's it. Oh, I've forgotten something important. Huh. Let's just go simple brush. We can turn off Z-add. Turn to RGB only. And then that'll work. We can use an alpha still. We can say like a star. Change it to drag. So all your normal modeling tools, they still work. Yeah. So I need to turn that up before Say that's it. Pick up now. There you go. That was actually more what I thought it should do. Okay, so that's the maximum amount of resolution I can get out of that because my texture map size. So the UV map size actually. So it was set to 2048. So that's enough pixels to do, well, that amount of resolution. But most of the time your character's only like that close to the screen. Anyways, so that's that. That's the world's worst tutorial.